Hello everyone, welcome to Nature Academy. This is Dr. Attahar Parveen, your faculty for Mathematical Methods in Physics. In yesterday's class, we recalled what is a differential equation and what is a solution to the differential equation. We discussed about the meaning of the solution of the differential equation, and then we also learned what is order and the degree of a differential equation, and we also saw what are the types of first order first degree differential equation. Then we also solved problems on variable separable differential equation of a first order first degree. We will also solve maybe two more sums based on variable separable today, but those sums will be from the previous year papers. And then we will discuss the applications of variable separable differential equations. That means involving family of curves and orthogonal trajectories. So today's class will be having more of the curves, the family of the curves and the orthogonal families of the curves. So let us start with one problem from GATE 2016. So it is a GATE 2016 problem. So the question is, a differential equation is given. dy by dx is equal to x into y and y is equal to 2 at x is equal to 0. What is the value of y at x is equal to 2? What is the value of y at x is equal to 2? They have given options e raised to minus 2. The second option is 2e raised to minus 2. The third option is e raised to 2 e square. And the fourth option is 2e square. So the question is, one differential equation is given. They have asked what is the value of y at x is equals to 2. Actually, if you look carefully, here what they have done, they have given one initial condition. That initial condition is y of 0 is equal to 2. And they have asked to find y at x is equal to 2. That means you have to find y of 2. This is your question. This is given and this is the question. So what you have to do? You have to use this information and find C. After finding C, using C and this information and x, the value of x, the final point, the final condition of x, you can find y. So this is the procedure. This is simple procedure. We have done, yesterday also we have done this type of problem. So let us start with dx by dy. I will use some other color. So dy by y is equal to x into dx. Now this is ready for integration. So integrate it both sides. dy by y is equal to integral x into dx. So this is very simple thing. When we have integral 1 by y, it will be your log y. So same thing, you can write it here. It will be log y equals to integral of x will be x square by 2. If it is x raised to n, the integration will be x raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1. And this you have to add a integration constant. Let this be equation 1. Now use the initial condition. What is the initial condition? At x is equals to 0 and y is equal to 2, I can find C. So in place of y, I will write 2 and 0 in place of x plus C. So this will give me value of C. This is log 2. Now using this C, I can write this equation 1 as log y is equals to x square by 2 plus log 2. Now use the final condition to find the answer y. At x is equal to 2, in place of y, I am going to find y. So I am going to write y as it is. In place of x, I will write 2 plus log 2. So this will give me 4 by 2 is 2 plus log 2. So my log y is equal to 2 plus log 2, or I'll put the log terms one side. Log y minus log 2 will be 2. Then I can also write this as log y by 2, which is equal to 2, because log a minus log b can be written as the division part. Now I will simply send log this side so that I get y by 2 is equal to e square, or y is equals to 2e square. So this is the final answer. It should be answer D. So I hope you got it. I went very slow in this sum because this was the first sum of today's session. Okay, let's move on to next sum. This sum came in CSIR. It is a June 13 sum. CSIR June 13. So the question is, the solution of differential equation dx by dt is equal to x square. The solution of differential equation dx by dt is equal to x square with initial conditions are given. Initial conditions, x of 0 is equal to 1 will blow up as t tends to, and options are 1, 2, 1 by 2, infinity. So the question, they have given one differential equation and they have given initial condition. When they have told that x of 0 is equal to 1, they mean to say that x is equal to 1 when t is equal to 0. Okay, so this is one thing. One more thing is blow up as t tends to y. So they are asking what is the value of t when x will become higher and higher. Blow up means increasing. So they are asking you to find the value of t when x is increasing. So that is the question here. So don't need to crack our head much by seeing this type of phrases. What is their differential equation they have given? First, let us find the solution. Then the solution only will show us the answer. So they have given dx by dt, which is equal to x square. I can easily do variable separable for this, isn't it? So it will be dx. Here I can write 1 by x square. This one will be equal to dt. So we have separated easily. Integrate both sides. Integral 1 by x square dx equal to integral dt. So 1 by x square means, if it is 1 by x square, you can also write as x to the power minus 2. Okay. Then x to the power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 will lead us to minus 1 by x. So it's better to remember this type of simple integration things. Integral 1 by x square is minus 1 by x. So minus 1 by x is equal to integral dt will be t plus c. Let this be equation 1. Now what is the initial condition they have given? They have told that x of 0 is 1. That means t is 0 and x is 1. So let me substitute here. In place of x, I have to substitute 1. In place of t, I will write 0 plus c as it is. This will give me c value. It is minus 1. So though c is a constant, like in our school days or in our intermediate times, we used to neglect c. We thought that it is just c, it is a constant. But c is a very, very useful part actually. That is only leading us to the answers every time. So put the value of c in equation 1. It will become minus 1 by x equal to t minus 1, or 1 by x is equal to 1 minus t. Or I can also write it as x is equal to 1 by 1 minus t. Now this is the solution for the differential equation. Now the question was, what is the value of t when x is increasing? X is increasing means how much it can increase? It can increase up to infinity, right? So when they say blow up, they mean to say infinity actually. So when x tends to infinity, what is the value of t they are asking? Now for x to become infinity, my denominator should be 0. So my denominator should be 0 means 1 minus t should be equal to 0, or t is equal to 1. So when is x becoming infinity? When t is 1. So the answer for this question is A. It is a very, very simple sum. Only thing is we shouldn't get scared by seeing this type of phrases in the question. Okay, practice also, it will help us anyway. But still, main simple method is first start doing the sum. When a differential equation is giving, anyhow, whatever the answer will be, the first step would be to find the solution only. No, find the solution, then think about other things after finding the solution. Okay, so moving on, I will give you one simple DIY sum. I will give you time. You have to tell me the answer. Yesterday we learnt about order and degree, isn't it? So this question is based on that. The degree of the differential equation, representing the family of curves. I will come to this actually. I am going to start this only. That's why I am creating a link. Y is equals to Cx plus C cube will be 1, 2, 3, none of this. Now try to tell me which is the answer. Try to message. You can message me. You have to find the degree of the differential equation representing the family of the curves. Y is equal to Cx plus C cube is given. So to find the degree, first you have to differentiate it, isn't it? I am giving you the clue. First differentiate it. You will get one differential equation. Then see what is the degree of the differential equation. Degree is the power of the highest order derivative. See, differentiate it. Dy by dx, it will be equal to C. Let this be equation 1. So put this value of C in 1. You get y is equal to dy by dx into x plus dy by dx whole cube. Then dy by dx whole cube plus, I am just rearranging so that it looks like a good differential equation, so that it will be easy for me to find the degree. The degree will be 3 because the highest order derivative is dy by dx only, and the power of that is 3. So the answer will be C. This is how you can connect with the differential equations. Even though they have not given you differential equation, they have given you one simple equation. You can differentiate it and find the degree. This equation represents the family of curves. It is a straight line equation, isn't it? Y is equals to mx plus c. It is a straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. M will be the slope of that line. C will be the intercept on y-axis. So using variable separable differential equations, we can find solutions to many family of curves. We can use differential equation and find the equation of the curve, or we can use the equation of the curve and find the differential equation. Okay, we'll come to it later. Before that, before starting this is called the application of variable separable. Before starting this application of variable separable differential equation, before starting this, I want to go back to the basic question. What is differentiation? It is little bit funny that after doing so much of differential equations, I am asking what is differentiation, because I need it right now. That's why. So differentiation means if you have one curve, y is equal to f of x, you say. Okay. If this is the equation of a curve, if you find dy by dx of this equation, slope of tangent to the curve. To the curve means which curve? This curve. So that is dy by dx. Now, what if my y of x is representing this was a curve equation, isn't it? I told that this is a curve. What if my f of x is representing a family of curve? If it is a family of curve, then also my dy by dx, say it will be some x comma y, then also this will be the slope of that tangent to the curve. Slope of tangent to the curve. So what I mean to say is, see, I will give you one example. For example, if I have one equation x square plus y square is equal to c. Okay. I can write this also as x square plus y square is equal to root c whole square. So now you can see that this is the equation of a circle. This is the equation of a circle with center as origin 0, 0, and a radius will be root c, because equation of a circle is x square plus y square is equal to r square. So I wrote c in terms of r square, root c whole square. So this is the equation of a circle with center origin. But I can draw many circles with center origin at a time, isn't it? I can draw it, what we call them as concentric circles. I can draw concentric circles like this. This is the origin, 0, 0. And this is the line passing through, maybe. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. I can draw one circle. Then again I can draw one more circle. I can draw n number of circles with this center as 0, 0. So that's why I can call that this equation is the equation for family of circles. I can say so because see here what is happening. My origin is same, but my radius will change. My radius will change here. Here see, this can be one radius. Another radius can be this. If I draw one more circle, one more radius, it may be here if I draw it like this. So you can say that x square plus y square is equal to c will represent family of circles. Now one more scenario can be there. If you have x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square. Then this equation will also represent family of curves, but the circles in this family will have same radius and this time center of each circle will be different. How will I draw? I will have to draw circles like this. One circle has one center. It may be 0, 0. The other circle has other center. It may be 1, 1. But the radius here, if I am taking a, but the radius will be a only for both. The radius will not change, but the centers will change. So this is, then also this equation is called the family of circles. Okay. So this type of equations we can differentiate easily and find the solution using the variable separable differential equation. That's why I started with the differentiation. Okay. So before starting with the application or doing the problems, we need to know few of the basics. Not know, we need to recall because we know all this we have done. But maybe we have forgotten, or I want to make sure that we recall everything so that it will be easy for us. This class will be smooth for us because whatever I am telling you can easily understand. Okay. So I have already talked about the equation of a straight line. You know what is the equation of a circle now. Now let us come to the equation of an ellipse. How does that ellipse look? It will be something like this. Okay. It will have one major axis and one minor axis. Say this is small a or small b. And then what will be the equation? X minus h whole square by a square plus y minus k whole square by b square equals to 1 maybe. It is 1. Now this is the equation for a ellipse, remember. But same type of equation is also equation for hyperbola. It is same type, but it is not same. X minus h whole square by a square minus y minus k whole square by b square equal to 1. See here, what is the difference between these two equations? Only one sign. In the ellipse, your x and y will have same sign. Signs will be same. X and y. Either they both may be plus or they both may be minus. So then that equation will be for ellipse. Here x and y will have different signs. Either one of them may have plus and the other one may have minus. You can also write it like this. Y minus k whole square by a square minus x minus h whole square by b square. This is equal to 1. Now when x is positive, it will be your standard form for horizontal axis. Horizontal axis means how your hyperbola will look. It will be like this. When x is positive. When y is positive, it will be along with your vertical axis like this. Okay. And what are a and b here? A and b means if you draw asymptotes, I will draw it here. This is not needed, but still, if you draw asymptotes here like this, which are passing through the center, it should pass through the center. Now this distance will be a, and this distance will be b. This is a b, and this will be a. Okay. So just maybe anyone will be curious, that's why I told. Anyway, it's not needed. We will need the equations. Now one more type of hyperbola will be there. This is hyperbola. Okay, this is one type, the x-axis type, and this is the y-axis, the vertical type. One more will be there, that is called rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola. Okay, how it will look? It will look like this. The x and y-axis will be perpendicular. Something like this it will look. Okay, the equation for this is x into y will be equal to constant. This is the equation for rectangular hyperbola. And one more curve is remaining, that is parabola. So nothing can be asked outside these curves, isn't it? Straight line, circle, ellipse, hyperbola, and parabola. So much only is there. Then the equation for parabola will be y is equal to a into x minus h whole square plus k. What is h? H is a horizontal coordinate of vertex and k is the vertical. Means if I draw the parabola like this, maybe if this is the vertex, this will be h comma k. H will be the horizontal coordinate axis value and k will be the vertical point. Okay, so this was the story of curves. We will need this, we will need to use this, or we will need to identify this. It depends on the what type of question is asked. Okay, now one more thing is there relating to the curves. They are known as orthogonal trajectories or orthogonal family of curves. Now you know what are family of curves. We have understood that. But what is this orthogonal thing? It is if we have two families of curves, if every curve of any one family cuts the curve of the other family at right angle, means they should be perpendicular, then they are called orthogonal trajectories. I will explain you with an example. I will write the heading orthogonal trajectories. See, for example, if you have a circle, some concentric circles, you have this x and y axis. I will draw two concentric circles. Now, this is one family of curves. These circles, the group of these concentric circles is one family of curves. Now, I am talking about the orthogonal families of curves. Now, orthogonal families means there is one more family of curve which is perpendicular to this circles family. How can it be? It can be a line like this. Okay, it's not in the center anyway. It can be a line like this. So, if I draw a tangent here, and if I have these lines like this, they will be perpendicular to each other. Means the slopes of the two curves will be perpendicular to each other. Either you can interpret it like that, or you can see that if you draw a tangent, the tangent and the straight line, they both are perpendicular here. This and this, they are perpendicular every time. So you can say that the slopes are perpendicular or orthogonal to each other. You can say like that. And if they are orthogonal, if the slopes are orthogonal, say the first slope, the family of the curves with the first family, the slope is m1, say, and the family of the, that means the slope of the circle's tangent maybe, and m2 is for the straight line, the two slopes of the two families, then it should be, the multiplication should be equal to -1 if they are orthogonal. This is the condition. Okay, anyway, this relation I have not seen in any question paper, but what is actually important for us is actually this orthogonal trajectories or orthogonal family of curves. They can use any two terms, family of curves. So actually these are their favorite questions. Actually, one question is compulsorily there in GATE and SET and even in university exams, and I believe that this is important for JL and DL also. But in CSIR they have not asked, but you never know. You never know about CSIR, but this is a pakka question in all the other exams. One question will come. This question they will ask in two types. First type, how they will ask, they will give you one differential equation and you have to find a curve. You have to find curve or system of curves maybe. Or they can ask a family of curve So based on the differential equation, they can ask you any three of this. And the second type of question they are asking is, they will give you the curve equation. Means, see, for example, if I have two families here, one is circles, okay, circle, the circle family, and the other one is the straight line family, you think, for example. Okay, so what they will say, they will give you equation for this. They will ask you which family is there orthogonal to this. Okay, so you have to find the orthogonal family, or you have to find the orthogonal trajectory. These two types of questions, anyone they are asking. It's very common. Okay, I will start with an example. Then you will understand it in a better way. Simple question I will start with. See, this is an example. Find the curve for the given differential equation. This is the question. Find the curve for the given differential equation. What is the differential equation they have given? It is dy by dx equal to y by x. So this is a simple equation for variable separable. I hope, I'm sure you all also will agree with me. This is a very simple equation. So directly you can do variable separable thing. For this, you can write it y and y into dy. Actually, yeah, we have x by y. So that sum is also there, but I want to give you diy for that. X by y is there. So y into dy equal to x into dx. Then integrate y into dy equal to integral x into dx. Then this will be y square by 2. This will be x square by 2 plus c. Now put it one side. Y square by 2 minus x square by 2 equal to c. Now tell me what equation is this? Which curve equation? If you are telling that it is a ellipse equation, then you are wrong, because it looks like a ellipse equation, but it is not. See, it is a minus sign is there. Means y has plus sign and x has minus sign. So people get answers wrong in these simple misinterpretations or simple mistakes. So it cannot be a equation for ellipse. It is an equation for hyperbola because of this thing. So it is a hyperbola. Okay. Now I can also write this as y square by root 2c whole square minus x square by root 2c whole square equal to 1. I can write it in any way, because I want the exact equation of the ellipse. No, for the equation of the ellipse, I have 1 in the right hand side. So that is what my aim is, to make it in a proper standard form for the equation of the hyperbola, not ellipse. I am making the same mistake. Okay. So y is positive, therefore vertical transverse axis will be there. This hyperbola will be like this. It will be like this. Okay. So what was the question? Find the curve for the differential equation. The answer is that it is a hyperbola. Now I will do one problem based on this previous year. This one was asked in Delhi University exam in 2014. DU 2014. The question is, the trajectories of the system, the trajectories of the system of differential equation dx by dt equal to y and dy by dt equal to minus x are. The options are ellipse, hyperbola, circles. In parametric differentiation, what we used to do, if dx by dt is given, okay, and then dy by dt is given, what you do? You will just do dy by dx, isn't it? So same method we will do here. It is dy by dx. You can write it as dy was minus x and for dx it was y. I'll write it in a bracket for you. Parametric differentiation. Now you can easily use variable separable method. It will be y into dy equal to minus x into dx, and integrated both sides. Integral y into dy equal to minus integral x into dx. it will give y square by 2 equal to minus x square by 2 plus c, or x square plus y square. Here I will have 2, I will take it in the as a common. This one will be equal to c, or x square plus y square is equal to 2c. So this is the equation of a circle. So where your radius will be x square plus y square is equal to root 2c whole square. So it has become so simple for us now. So it was a university question and it is very like butter for us now. So it is a circle. The answer is circle. Next question. It is a GATE 2011 question. Actually, I am choosing different questions. It's not that it is from 2011, but it is a little bit different question. That's why I am using it in my class. So that I want to do variety of sums. I don't want to do same type of sums. The solutions to the differential equations dy by dx equal to minus x by x plus 1 are a family of. First one is circles. This is very interesting actually. The options are very interesting. The circles with different radii. This is the first option. Second option is circles with different centers. Third option is straight lines. Straight lines do not have centers, isn't it? So we don't talk about the centers of the straight lines. They will ask about the slopes. So straight lines with different slopes. And then straight lines with different intercepts on the y-axis. So let us start with the variable separable and then find the answer. It's very easy actually. So dy by dx equal to minus x by y plus 1. See, finding the solution is easy, I'm telling. The finding the options is little bit tedious. We will have to use our mind in finding the answer for this particular sum. So use variable separable, you will get y plus 1 dy equal to minus x dx. Integrated both sides, y plus 1 into dy equal to minus integral x dx. So here it will be, I will write it directly. Actually, you can split it, isn't it? Integral y into dy plus integral 1 into dy. You will get y square by 2 plus y. And your right hand side, it will be minus as it is x square by 2 plus c. Now rearrange everything. X square by 2 plus y square by 2. I want to keep only x square by 2 and y square by 2 in the left hand side. Because I am finding the equation of the curve. Rest all thing I will put it in the right side. It will be c minus y. Okay. So this is the equation of the curve I am getting. Now based on this equation, I can say that, first of all, I can say that it is the equation of circle. Okay. It is representing the family of circles. Okay. But the family of circles with different centers or different radii. Yeah, for sure it will be different radii. Because this is the radius part. Okay. And this is also will be a constant. See, if y is equals to 0, then your radius will be c. If y is equal to 1, your radius will be c minus 1. So your radius will change every time y changes here. So that's why the answer will be circles with different centers. Sorry, circles with different radii. We are talking about the radius. So circles with different radii is the answer for this. So it is a family of circles. Okay. So now I will give you one DIY. Find the family of the curve. It is very simple thing. I am expecting answers from all the students. Find the family of the curve. The equation is dy by dx equal to y by x. So first thing, you do variable separable. Then you integrate both sides. Then you will directly get the equation of one curve. Tell me what is that equation that will represent the family of a curve. So first step is do variable separable. Then second step is integrate. Third, you will get the answer. So that is not a step. You will get the answer after that. Okay, I am also doing. So I will do first variable separable. It is already, I have to do variable separable. dy by y equal to dx by x. integrate both sides, integral dy by y equal to integral dx by x. I'm going very slow. I'm waiting for the answer. So if I integrate it, I'm going to get log y equal to log x plus c, because integral 1 by x is log x, integral 1 by y is log y. Then I can take this in the left hand side and make it as a y by x. This will be c, y is equal to cx. So this is the curve. Okay. So if y is equal to cx is the curve, it is like for the straight line actually, because see, y is equals to mx plus c is the straight line, but here m is c in this equation. So it should be y is equals to cx plus 0. Okay. Now we will have different values for this. If I have 0, well and good, it will be y is equals to cx. If I have some other number, I will have different straight lines. That's why I can call that this is a family of straight lines. So the family of the curve is straight line here. Okay. So moving on to next type of question. So the next question was, one was they will give you differential equation. They will tell you to find the curve. Now the next type of question is they'll give you curve. Okay. They will give you curve. Then you have to find the orthogonal family of the curve. Means one curve will be given. The other one which is orthogonal to that you have to find. For this, no, you have working rule. Working rule. Very simple. It is orthogonal trajectories. But very important. So every time they are asking in set exams, in university exams, GATE, even in DL, JL also they will ask surely. So the first step for this is differentiate given equation of the curve. Whatever curve equation they have given, you differentiate it and find the differential equation. Then next step is you replace dy by dx as minus dx by dy. So why you have to do this is, we told that the slopes of the two curves, if they are orthogonal, then it will be minus 1. So in that case, if you have m1 as dy by dx, then m2 will be minus 1 by dy by dx. So that's why we have to replace dy by dx with minus dx by dy. Then step 3 will be solve this differential equation. This differential equation you have to solve. First differentiate and find the differential equation. That differential equation you substitute as minus dx by dy. After substituting this, you have to solve this one. Solve this differential equation. So this is the working rule. I will do one simple example, then you will understand it easily. So first sum example, find the orthogonal trajectories of the family of curves. They have given this equation for a circle. They have given x square plus y square is equal to c. So we have to find the other family which is perpendicular to this family, which is perpendicular to the circle. So what was our working rule? Our step 1 was, okay, step 1 was differentiate and find differential equation. For x square plus y square is equal to c, differentiated both sides, you will get 2x into dx plus 2y into dy is equal to 0. Then you can remove this 2 and it will, because we have 0, it will be disappearing here. It will be dy equal to 0. Okay. This was our first step. Now in that first step, one more thing was there. Find the differential equation. Okay. This will be a differential equation, say. Now you have to do the step 2. You have to replace dy by dx equal to minus dx by dy. Okay. For that you have to do little more things here. What you will do? X into dx equal to minus y into dy, or dy by dx you can write as minus x by y. Now you can say this is the differential equation. Rather than saying that this is a differential equation, it is good if we say that this is a differential equation, because this is a standard form. Now in this equation, I have to replace minus dx by dy. So if I have to replace it by minus dx by dy, let it be 1. So 1 becomes dy by dx equal to y by x. You have to flip it reciprocal and remove the minus sign because we have to do minus. We have minus here. So the minus sign also gets cancelled. It is like minus x by y. You have to make it as minus dx by dy. So it will be y by x. Minus will vanish because it is minus. Like this. Okay. Now we have done the second step. Now step 3 is you have to find the solution for this differential equation. Solve it. It is variable separable. We have to apply the variable separable thing. So I can write it as 1 by y dy equal to 1 by x dx. Integrate both sides. From here on, the same thing is there. To reach till here is little bit new procedure. We have to replace it by dx minus dy. So dy equal to integral 1 by x dx. Again same things. Log y is equal to log x plus log c. I told you whenever there are log in all the terms, then you have to write c also in terms of log only. Then you can write it as log y by x equal to log c. The logs will get cancelled and y by x will be equal to c, or y is equal to cx. Okay, same our equation of the straight line. So what will be the figure for this? The same thing which I showed you earlier. You will have concentric circles. Okay, this is the given equation. Now the answer you have found is you will have these straight lines like this, so that they will be perpendicular to the family of the circles like this. They are known as orthogonal trajectories. For this, the equation is y is equal to cx. For this circle, the equation is x square plus y square is equal to root c whole square, which they have given in the question. Okay. See how interesting it is. We have started with the circle. We have ended up with the straight line. I will take GATE 2016 question. So the question is, let gamma be the curve which passes through 0 and 1 and intersects each curve of the family y is equal to cx square orthogonally. Then gamma also passes through the point. 4 options are given: root 2 comma 0, 0 comma root 2, 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 1. Okay, so what they have told, they have given one simple equation they have given. This is for a straight line. We can find it. We can just see the equation and we can tell. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to find that there is one point through which the gamma passes. One point they have given, that is 0 comma 1. So gamma is passing through one more point, it seems. What is that point they are asking? So to find that, y is equals to cx square. Now just find the differential equation by differentiating both sides. The step 1 was find the differential equation by differentiating both sides. So my dy by dx will be 2 times c into x. Now my motto is to remove c, because if I have c, I cannot move further. So what I will do, I will remove c. To remove c, what I have to do? They have given y is equal to cx square. Because if c is there, it will be problem for me every time to differentiate it and then again to integrate it. So later on, if I want, I can put it back again. So my c will be equal to y by x square. Okay. Now dy by dx equal to 2x into, I'll put the value of c here, y by x square. So dy by dx will become 2y by x. Now step 2, you have to replace dy by dx with minus dx by dy. So replace it. Replace dy by dx equal to minus dx by dy. If this is 1, 1 becomes dy by dx equal to minus x by 2y. We have to just flip it and put a negative sign. Now do step 3, integrate it. Integrate both sides. You will get integral. Okay, I will have to do the variable separable, no? Then only I can integrate. 2y into dy equal to minus x into dx. Now integrate it. 2y into dy equal to minus integral x into dx. So what I will get? 2 into y will be y square by 2 equal to minus outside I had, it will be x square by 2, c square by 2. Because everything is there by 2, so I have to write c square by 2. After that, what I am going to do? I will make it in the one side. 2y square by 2 plus x square by 2 equal to c square by 2. Then what I will get finally? I will get x square by 2 plus y square equal to c. Or my final equation will be x square plus 2y square equal to c. So this is the equation of the circle. Okay. Now what I have to see is, okay, the given family was for the something. Maybe it was a straight line or something like that. Now we are finding it for the circle. Now, but the main motto was to find the point, to find the point. What was that? They told that gamma passes through 0, 1. Isn't it? With this, I can find the value of c first. Here, I'll put the value of c in this equation. Let it be 2. From 2, I will get 0 square plus 2 into 1 equal to c. My value of c will become 2. Now, I have to check. Now, 2 will become? Equation 2 will become x square plus 2y square equal to 2. This will be the equation. Now I have to check for A, B, C and D. I have to put the values of x and y, the coordinates, and see whether my left hand side and right hand side are same. You start from 1. Now in 1, number A, I have x as root 2 and y as 0. So if I substitute root 2 whole square plus 2 into 0 equal to 2. Okay, my first one satisfies. So the point is this, root 2, 0. Okay. If A was not the answer, B, C or D would be there. But it becomes very simple. You can do things mentally then. You can just substitute and see and find out whether left hand side is equal to right hand side or no. Let's see you. 15. The question is, let C be any arbitrary non-zero constant. They have just given that C is an arbitrary constant and all the details of the equation they have given. Find orthogonal family of curves to the family y into 1 minus cx equal to 1 plus cx. Now in orthogonal trajectories, finding the families, orthogonal families of the curves, whenever c is there, our aim should be to remove that c every time, because then we cannot proceed. So here also we will do the same thing. Actually, what they have asked in the question is, they have given one equation of a family of curves. I have to find the orthogonal family, which is perpendicular to this present family. And they have given options also. I will write the options. 3y minus y cube plus 3x square is equal to constant. And option B is 3y plus y cube minus 3x square is equal to constant. Option C is 3y minus y cube minus 3x square is equal to constant. 3y plus y cube plus 3x square is equal to constant. Okay, these are the options. So whatever the family of curves you are finding, that will have the equation, any one equation from these four options. So first what you do, You take the equation given 1 minus cx equal to 1 plus cx and try to remove c first. For that what you do, you split it, y minus ycx equal to 1 plus cx. Then you take 1 this side, it will be cx plus, take ycx on the right hand side. And then y minus 1 by xy, you take xy common actually. You take c outside here like this, x plus yx. So xy plus x, okay. Now c will be remaining here. Now my motto is, if I differentiate this equation, no, my c will become 0 because it is a constant. So that is why I had to do these steps. Now you find the differential equation. Differentiate both sides and find the differential equation. Differentiate both sides, okay. So you will get d by dx of y minus 1 by xy plus x equal to 0. Okay, so this thing is ready. Now I have to differentiate it. Little bit tedious because no, this is in the form u by v. So for u by v, if you find differentiation whole dash, it will be equal to u dash v minus uv dash by v square. So this is in the form u by v. This is in the form u by v. Now we can differentiate it by using this, okay. First what we will do for numerator, then we will do for denominator. Because in the denominator, if I take x common, see if I write it like this, d by dx into y minus 1 by, if I take x common, it will be y plus 1. This is equal to 0. In the denominator, again it is in the form u into v. If you find differentiation for u into v, you can write it as uv dash plus vu dash. Isn't it? So in the denominator, you have to use this. So let us start with the numerator. For numerator, u will be y minus 1. Then u dash will be d by dx of y minus 1, or it will be simply dy by dx because 1 is a constant. So this is done for the numerator. For the denominator, I have to find v dash, isn't it? I have v, I have to find v dash. To find v dash, again I have to apply the product rule, u into v rule. So for the denominator, what I do, I will take some capital V so that you won't be confused. X into y plus 1. This is u into v. Now for the denominator, this is for the denominator. U is x. So my d by dx of u will become 1. Will become 1. Again, in the denominator, v, small v I have taken. It is y plus 1. So v dash will become dy by dx. Correct? Now if I find denominator differentiation, denominator dash or capital V dash, if I want to find, this one will be equal to u into v dash plus v into u dash. So that will become x into dy by dx plus y plus 1 will be as it is. I have to do this one because v is y plus 1, it will be as it is. U dash, u is 1, okay. Again v dash is dy by dx. So this is in the form u into v dash plus v into u dash, okay. So this is how I get for the denominator. Now I can use u by v whole dash thing easily. See, I will do it here. So d by dx of, I will start with this thing, u dash v minus uv dash. I will go slowly. So dy by dx into, so this one will be equal. Actually, yeah, we will do it like that. Dy by dx into x into y plus 1 minus y minus 1 into x into, I don't need to write it. I have written already in the margin, so we can directly do it now. So it will be x into dy by dx plus y plus 1. So it will be equal to dy by dx into x into y plus 1 minus y minus 1, because this is u. Again, my v dash will be the denominator thing. What is there in the denominator? X into dy by dx plus y plus 1 divided by v square. V is x into y plus 1. This is the v. I have to do u by v thing, no? This is u and this is v. X square into y plus 1 whole square. So this is equal to 0. That's why denominator will become 0 now. Denominator will go on the right hand side and become 0. We will have a free equation now. Simple equation dy by dx x into y plus 1 minus y minus 1 into x into dy by dx plus y plus 1. This one will be equal to 0. Now I can write it also as dy by dx x into y plus 1 minus, I will multiply it, x into y minus 1 dy by dx minus y plus 1 into y minus 1 into y plus 1. It will become y square minus 1 square. It is a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. I can write it as y square minus 1 square or y square minus 1. So this one will be equal to 0. I got it like this. Now take x into dy by dx common. X into dy by dx, if I take common, I will have y plus 1 in the first term. Again, minus y minus 1 in the second term, minus y square minus 1 as it is. This one will be equal to 0. Now, x into dy by dx into my y will get cancelled and 1 minus of minus 1 will become 2 minus y square plus 1 equal to 0. Now multiply 2x dy by dx minus it should be like this. Yeah. Y square plus 1 equal to 0. Now let this one be 1. Okay. Now to get orthogonal trajectories, what you have to do? You have to put dy by dx as minus dx by dy. Isn't it? So let me write this equation again here. It will be 2x into dy by dx minus y square plus 1. Minus y square plus 1. Okay, this was our equation 1. Now I have to substitute my third step. Dy by dx equal to minus dx by dy I have to do. Sorry, second step. So if I do it, I have to write 2x as minus here I will write, and I will write dx by dy here. So I have just flipped this sum, this equation. Dy by dx I have written as dx by dy with a minus sign. Minus y square plus 1, it will be equal to 0. Now I can equate it easily. Minus 2x dx by dy equal to y square minus 1. Now we can separate the terms and then we can find the integration. We can do integration both sides. Now it will be minus 2x into dx equal to y square minus 1 into dy. So if I integrate both sides, it will be minus 2x square by 2 equal to y cube by 3 minus y plus 1 constant. So if you do some algebra here, your final answer will be, okay, let me do it. X square equal to y cube by 3 minus y plus constant, or you multiply 3 overall and rearrange it, you will get 3y minus y cube minus 3x square equal to constant. Okay, see, you have to note that I am not writing c here. I am not writing c because in the equation they have given c. In the question, they have given c here. That's why I am writing constant here in the answer. So my answer will be 3y minus y cube minus 3x square equal to constant. So this will be the answer.
you can view or download the notes of today's lecture from the website of Nature Academy. Please do visit the website. The link will be given in the description. Okay then, that's all for today's class. Thank you.